You were talking about the sun god. So the first time I saw about the sun god, I didn't even see the episode. I just saw the clips off of TikTok, which is just like a social
Nice.
media app. Yeah, yeah. And it was like a video of like Luffy laughing and transforming. And I was like, oh, this must be his true devil fruit thing that I've heard everybody talking about. So
Yeah. Yeah, man, that is a very sucky part. The fact that such a big reveal got spoiled for everybody because I honestly wish I didn't know about that. I wish I didn't know about the whole devil fruit being like this. Gosh, I wish we didn't know because it was always a little bit alluded to because he's always had the Firehawk punch or whatever the name is,
yeah,
and I was like, how the fuck does Luffy have fire powers, you know?
exactly.
But like, it was always just nicer to think, okay, it's just his haki, and he really fucking missed his brother. Like that was.
Yeah, that's what I
We
was
were
thinking. I
fine.
was like, it's
We
from
were
his
fine
devil
for
fruit.
years with that freaking description and that explanation. We were fine for years, and then now we got an
Bro, when
actual
Sabo
description.
got his devil fruit, I was so happy. I couldn't even lie. Like
Oh
that made
my
me
gosh,
so
that
happy.
arc was nice. Yeah. Dressrosa,
The
no,
Marineford
dude,
arc, that was
right,
so
like
good.
looking back in the Dressrosa arc, like, dude, we were stuck in that fucking
Dressrosa
cage
was
for
so
a
good.
year and a couple of months. Us as people, we were watching that series for over a year. Ever since like the cage being like set and then the cage being like broken down by Luffy, that was a
Hmm.
year for us. That was literally like an hour or two for them. It's just we were watching so many different fights happening in so many different
I
places.
love the Big Mom arc when Sanji was getting ready to marry
Oh my
what's her name?
god.
Yes, and then he
Feels, the
fought Luffy and
feels,
everything.
man.
Yes, that I need an arc for Zoro. I have to be honest. That's the only arc I'm missing right now. I need a Zoro arc. I don't know what they're
I
gonna
mean, the
do
only Zoro arc that we got was whenever he first ran into like that's the
into
first like
Luffy. At like
yeah, whenever
literally the first arc.
no,
It was
whenever
like
he
10
first ran
episodes.
into Mohawk, Mihawk.
Hmm.
Whenever they
Yeah, but
first
that
ran
was when
into
he first
Mihawk
met.
and
That's when he first met Luffy.
no,
Yeah,
no,
so he
that's when he
no
first
no no.
met Sanji. Whenever he first met Sanji, that's whenever they accidentally ran into Mihawk by accident.
Well, yeah, yeah, but they were looking for Sanji, and then he met him like on the like no no no. Wasn't it before that? Because remember like they were
So
fighting, and he was looking for the strongest person, and then he met him out on his boat, and he fought him, and then he got beat up, and he was like, "I'll never lose
yeah,
again."
yeah, that's what I mean. So
Yeah.
that's the closest thing to like a sentimental arc we've gotten from him in terms of character progression. Because he,
Progression.
out of all the characters in One Piece, I feel like Zoro has been kind of like slept on because he hasn't had much character development. Excuse me.
Yeah, he hasn't had like much
Yeah,
like
other
emotional
other than
character
like that
development.
first initial like holy shit, I suck, I never want to lose again moment after he lost to Mihawk the first time. Like we haven't had like a big thing like
Yeah.
that with him. Oh wait, fuck me. Wait, we did have one. It was pretty badass.
You're talking about
Ah shit.
nothing happened.
Yeah, yeah, that one.
Hmm.
That one.
Nothing happened. I don't even know what you're talking about, but nothing happened.
Okay. That was more of him just showing how badass he is, though. I don't feel like there
Exactly.
was
That
much
wasn't even an arc
development.
though.
He
Like
that
he
was
was just
just the animators and the creators just showing us how badass and how loyal he is to
it was
Luffy.
so cool too.
Oh, it was so badass.
You know, okay, wait, okay. So, what was your favorite arc? Like, what was your favorite Straw Hat arc? Like Straw Hat member arc? For me, it was what's her name, bro?
Not
You
me.
go the no,
Robin?
not me. Robin, her arc, like going to save her. That was like my favorite arc for one of the characters, for one of the Straw Hat
Ah.
characters. It was so good. Like absolute favorite arc, cause like them having her, like her helping, like her hopping on the ship after after Crocodile, right?
Hmm.
Um, and then getting kidnapped again, and then realizing she wants to be free, and then them all fighting like to save her. Like that was so cool, bro. I loved all of that. So that was my favorite Straw Hat arc. Do you have one or
Let me think. Which one would I have liked the most?
Sanji's
In
arc was
terms
cool
of
too?
shoot. Okay. In terms of reveals, I
Hmm.
think that the Gear 2 reveal that happened in that whole Robin, that's a Nils Lobby arc, by the
Haha,
way.
Gear
So,
Segundo, yes.
oh my gosh, whenever that reveal happened, I literally like, I jizzed my pants. Like, that was like, freaking. I remember the goosebumps that even right now talking about, I'm getting a little bit of goosebumps because that was such a big freaking reveal back then. Such a big power up for him. Out of nowhere, he could like move at the same speed as these enemies, and it only took him like a day worth of just testing out something that he just figured out. And
I
oh
keep
man, it was just
forgetting
so
that
awesome.
you guys had to sit episode by episode for like a decade for these episodes to come out. So it was a
Yeah,
lot more like intense when like you would see something like that because it'd only be like that episode, like
yeah. Actually,
and
out of curiosity, let me because like I said before, whenever I was binge watching One Piece whenever it first came out,
mhm.
uh, it was like roughly the first 300 episodes that he had. So I'm gonna go back in time on Crunchyroll real quick, and I'm curious what that 300th episode was, what arc it was in.
You want to know about props? If you want to hear about
Props?
props, no, I'm gonna tell you like if you want to give somebody props, like talking about watching One Piece, I started right when they hit episode 800. I caught up right when they hit episode 870, 860.
Ooh, buddy, that's a grind.
I was locked in, okay?
Bro, I remember whenever I was watching the first 300 episodes, like I was literally fucking dreaming of One Piece whenever I went to bed. Because it was, for me, it was just one summer. Again, less than 300 episodes, so it took me one summer between, I think,
I
freshman and
think I watched
sophomore
it
year
during
of high
summer
school.
too.
Yeah. So that summer, it was just like I would wake up, get food. I sat down in front of the computer, pulled up the
Watch
pirated
anime.
website, had to close it out immediately. All the fucking porn that kept on opening on the freaking side tabs because that shit was just virus galore. But it was back then Macs were so fucking good at not getting any viruses. So I was like the only computer that could have possibly done it, but the pop-ups were still real. And just random shit would keep popping up. I keep having to close it, press play on the episode, and then the buffering. Oh my gosh, the buffering was a pain in the ass. I would have to wait 40 minutes to be able to watch a 20-minute episode.
Crazy.
Oh yeah, by the way, that was a thing back then. I'm not sure if that still is now in the pirated websites. But the
Oh,
idea of having to press play, then you have to immediately pause it, wait a number of minutes, and then you can actually watch a certain portion of the episode without it like stopping halfway. That was an actual issue back then,
I
simply
did
because
used
the
to have
internet
to do
wasn't very
that.
good. Yeah.
Originally, like when I was younger, I had to do that for certain shows. Now it's just you click it, and like Zoro.to is like a website with no ads and no pop-ups. So you click
That's
it
nice.
and it just starts. Dumbass.
Friendly UAV online.
Yeah,
I
I
really
do
should
too.
get back into watching it.
So it turns out episode 300 was roughly in the Water 7 arc. So I actually that kind of shucks. I remember I flew through Sky Island and it was in Water 7 that everything started slowing down.
Ready for tasking.
No, they called it a Thriller Park, but I don't think that was the name of it.
Thriller Park was
Where's
great
where's
with
Punk
Mori.
Hazard? Okay, Punk Hazard is done. I'm getting my order confused. And Nils Lobby
Yeah, no, so
happened.
Punk Hazard was before Thriller's Bark. Because remember no, Punk Hazard was
No, no,
after
no.
Thriller's Bark because
Thriller
they
Bark,
gave
Summit War, and then Fishman
yeah
Island,
because
then
Punk
Punk
Hazard they
Hazard.
gave Mori Morris I don't remember his name. They gave him back later on, and I only remember because of his stupid behind laugh, man. That used to piss me out, bro. That that stupid shit, bro.
Yeah, that fucker. That was Thriller Bark. Yeah. Punk Hazard. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's the island that was ice and lava, right? Where the two admirals fought.
Yes.
Yeah, it was. Okay, cool.
Oh my gosh, that was bro. I wish they showed that fight, bro.
Oh my fucking god, yes. Why didn't that show us that fight? That would have been amazing. The fuckers changed an island's freaking atmosphere.
Like on two different sides.
On two different sides. Like, okay, so like that already opens up my mind to the idea that both of them have awakened fully their
They're devil
powers.
fruit. Absolutely.
Yeah, so like just seeing that level of like expertise with their devil fruits were amazing.
No, for real. Like if I,
Yeah.
bro, and like already knowing like how strong. Cause we've seen Aokiji fight before. Like, cause he's pressed the straw hats like several different times. So when I was like, ain't no way he lost. Like when I heard that he lost, I was like, I really need to see how strong, whatever his name is, the guy with the lava, how strong he was because I was like, if Aokiji was putting up that much of a fight to change the freaking surface of a flipping island, I was like, I need to see how strong, like how good this fight was, because there's no way the animation was bad, bro. Like, it had to have
Yeah,
been fire.
I think they purposely had to leave that out because that level of fight that they were doing with each other was well beyond anything that any of the One Piece characters from the actual crew would have been able to like follow up.
True, exactly.
Yeah.
I can't wait till
Um,
Zoro fights Mihawk, though. I'll be honest with you. That's gonna be such a good fight.
I feel like we're so far away from that still, though.
Oh no,
And I don't
that's
think
not
I
that
don't think
fight.
they're ever actually
Another
gonna
2
actually
decades.
gonna fight. I feel like Mihawk is gonna die in some other event.
And then Zoro's gonna kill the person that kills him. How much?
Yeah, something along those lines is what I'm expecting. Because as we've already discussed, now we're getting into the final season of where the anime is supposed to, correction, not the anime, where the manga is gonna be leading towards. And I feel like so many big powerhouses are gonna be continuously introduced to the point that Mihawk, although he is still like one of the top, since he's able to just fucking get on a
Go wherever
little
he
boat and
wants.
run solo anywhere, and he's just fine. You know that he's like at the top level, but like now there's gonna be a
There's
nice,
like Blackbeard is getting up there, and then
yeah,
Whitebeard just died. Like people are coming up in the world.
yeah.
Most
And
definitely.
apparently we're getting introduced to characters in the manga that have only been alluded to in the anime so far.
Mhm.
So like I'm looking forward to it. Ah, I
I'm
fucking love One
I'm
Piece.
really excited. I hope that they have a fight scene where Sabo and Luffy fight